You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Total Divas After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Total Divas After Show.
Happy Monday, everyone. Bing is for doing, and we are here doing our after show for Total Divas, Season 1, Episode 2. And with me, first of all, I'm Kaori Takee, and with me across the way is my dear friend Ann Campea.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for having me.
And right next to her is my boy, Christian Rosenberg.
I thought it was your other dear friend.
You are my other dear friend.
I'm just the boy. Then who's this guy next to you?
This guy is the whites to my rice.
The whites. Your rice. That's nice.
Showtime, Josh.
It doesn't sound as good when you say it.
I'm like,
you killed it. You killed it.
all right. Anyways, guys, this was yet again another fun episode of Total Divas, and they start off with a Monday Night Raw, and we have JoJo and Eva Marie going to visit, and Eva Marie sees Fandango and thinks, that man.
Wait, is that how you pronounce the name?
Eva Marie?
No, Fandango.
Oh, God.
Because it's not.
Fandango.
There it is.
There it is.
Yes.
There it is.
Go on.
It's a Tango with Fandango.
That's right. The name of the
It's
episode
true.
was Tango with Fandango, apparently.
And sadly, there was not any real tango, but Eva Marie looks at him and says, he needs a solid partner. I can be that person. So she goes off and basically lies to management and says that she has ballet and ballroom dancing experience. And they say, really? Well, we didn't know that about you. Well, guess what? You can audition for the next Raw to be his official partner. And she goes on business evening night with him to a club.
Air quotes, business dinner.
It got a little interesting.
What does she expect when you go on a date with Dirty Curdy?
And mind you, she does say, I am too scared to tell Fandango my secret. And she's talking about the secret that she doesn't know how to dance, not the secret that she gets engaged in this episode to her boyfriend who comes and visits her.
And doesn't wear the ring when she goes out to the dinner.
Precisely.
To a boyfriend no one knew about, apparently.
Yeah, no one knew that she had a boyfriend. Nobody knew, supposedly, that she was this great dancer when you like audition and you fill out your thing. It was like, oh, what special skills do you have?
Mm-hmm.
The moment this happened, I'm like, this is not going to go well.
This is a train wreck in the making.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, if JoJo did it, I'd be like, I got faith in this girl. I think she would be able to keep her head on straight. She would have had like 3 ballroom classes within the time of the rehearsal. But Eva Marie, trying to get a little Fandango action, though.
She just wanted to be in on the ring, and this was her way in, apparently, but that obviously didn't work for her.
In her mind, like what she said on the show was talking about, oh, wait, if I just become his valet, I don't have to deal with the training and the developmental. I'll just be on the main roster right away and be his valet. How delusional are you to think that you don't have to go into developmental to still be a valet?
Yeah, there was something really sketchy about that whole entire thing. And gosh, she is going to be the diva of drama this season for sure.
Yeah, and she rolled the dice last episode with her hair little episode she did there with that. And you know what? She lucked out. She lucked out on that one. But you can't roll the dice so many times and you're gonna hit snake eyes. You're gonna crap out. And this didn't happen this time. Now she said, did JoJo say that she never told her about her boyfriend?
JoJo had no idea that she had a boyfriend.
Because they've been dating for 2.5 months. You don't tell people, like, oh, I have a boyfriend now. It's like 2.5 months.
Well, we can't say boyfriend now. Apparently, they're engaged.
Well, how awkward was that when he came and JoJo met him for the first time? Okay, hi, boyfriend. And then 2 seconds later, oh, this is my fiance now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And this is the thing I felt bad for. The fiance, Jonathan, I think his name was. He just seems like a really sweet, kind guy that is just in like crazy head over heels in love apparently with Eva Marie, and she's like, "Oh, cool, you're here."
Yeah.
And I took it as this man going, "Listen, he looked like an ex-indie wrestler, didn't he?
No, when
Like a TNA guy.
When she opened the door, I thought that was a dance trainer that she hired.
Immediately, I was like, "Oh,
That's exactly
smart girl."
But we
I can't
know.
believe he showed up. You know, it's like, "Oh, is this guy like renowned?"
now know
Broadway
that.
dancer?
Well, then when she jumped in his arms, I was like, that's not a trainer.
Yeah.
Who is this?
And we learned that Eva Marie does not hire dance trainers. Instead, she spends her time schmoozing with Fandango at a club, and things get really steamy. He is really.
Well, she's playing Fandango.
Trying.
She is.
Isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, she is.
She dug herself a hole.
I mean, she's flirting with him the entire time. At least, you know, what we see. And obviously, she's not wearing the ring.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Fandango, he's got like, this is a cute girl that's trying to get in WWE. She's going to be around here. She's clearly single to me. She's into me. Let's go for it.
But you know what? Between the two, still Fandango came out winning. He took her to the club. He wanted to have sex with her. Now, clearly, that didn't happen, I thought, because...
How's that clearly?
Because when they saw each other the next day, or the next time they showed them together at work, he was like, "Hey, what's up, dude? A man never call... You do not call a woman you slept with dude."
You just called me dude this
don't?
morning.
Well, when you've dated somebody for 3 years, that's different. Okay?
This got weird. I'm going to go.
No, come back. Okay.
I'm a good Virginia boy. We gotta wait. But yeah, so when I saw that, I went, so Dirty Curdy like lost out on his chance getting a little Eva Marie that night, but he's still Fandango. He still shows up for work, and this girl has totally used all of her points on trying to woo him into liking her, when that man, all he wanted was a little bit of this.
And
You
then,
know?
I love how everyone.
Illuminati? You want Illuminati?
I love how everyone in the meantime is surprised that she can't do the splits. I mean, she, for one thing, at least practice how to do something.
With all
girl.
all of a sudden all the girls are like, "Wait, you've been dancing how long and you don't know how to do the splits? That makes no sense.
Yes.
Why would you know how to do that?"
And I
Because
think-
they're right.
And I think when she got out on the audition and all the girls were staring, they were like, "This is incredible."
This is we are watching a car wreck right
Yes.
now.
And what did you guys think of Fandango's, like when he said, "Let's not do it again"? Do you think he was upset, or do you think he
Of course he was
cared?
upset.
Oh, he was pissed because he's all about business, and this girl tricked him into thinking she might have what it takes to be it. Obviously, she didn't, and I would think he felt lied to, and he made to be look like a fool in the rehearsal. And it's just like, all right, now what the hell do we do? Now I'm screwed. Now who's going to be my dancer tonight?
Yeah. Yeah, she really messed up big time, and that's why I'm surprised that even when Stephanie McMahon came to talk to her, she only basically got really reprimanded hardcore, but she didn't get any real...
Because she's on a reality show contract.
Exactly.
If she was not under contract, she would have been fired from the red hair.
I know. I mean, the red hair already, the fact that she can't dance, and the fact that she toyed with Fandango's heart. Well, not really.
He
Not
didn't
the
toy
heart.
with
Didn't
her.
care.
I don't know about the heart.
I'm like, not the heart.
Like he said, like
Toyed
it
with
was
other
like,
stuff, but not the heart.
I'll give her a shot. You know, I'm gonna give her a shot. She looks great. Maybe I'll even get to sleep with her. He didn't get to sleep with her. Well, at least she better do a good job then. If we're gonna be co-workers.
Co-workers, and maybe build a relationship from that.
And then or a you know, the type of relationship Dirty Curdy would be comfortable with. He doesn't want to be tied down, you know. But
How do you know?
because he's Dirty Curdy, he don't mess around with
This is
that.
interesting.
He
Okay.
don't be tied down. I'm Fandango.
You guys are BFFs. I forgot. Go on.
I know. I love Fandango.
Well, by the way, a random note. Why was Fandango the only person that we've seen on the show so far that went by his gimmick name and not his real name?
Oh my
I was
gosh.
upset by that.
That is so true.
We have Bryan Danielson, we have Trinity, we have Ariane, we have Fandango.
He's like, "No, I'm Fandango. Thank you very much."
I'm Fandango.
And do you think, as a wrestler, would he been upset with that, or is he fine with it because it protects his little gimmick?
Well, I'm sure it's something they kind of talked about beforehand, but I mean, I find it kind of funny that, you know, Uso is going by John, Daniel Bryan's going by Bryan Danielson, but Fandango gets to go by Fandango.
That's hilarious.
It's because he lives it, Christian.
He lives it. He does live it.
And
when he puts on mood music, you just hear.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
I'm gonna set the mood for you.
Thank you. Uh-oh. We're all gonna get up and dance. Yes.
He's the Brando of WWE. It's always method
I want to point out though that Fandango, for me, he was less likable as reality TV Fandango.
And more likable to like me. I was like, yes.
I was like, wait a minute.
He's even being like just nasty on this reality show too. He's not a sweetheart.
This was the funny thing to me. Like last week, how I said Cena was exactly how I thought it would be off camera. Right. Fandango was exactly how I thought it would be off camera.
And I like them both more.
I'm a fan of both. I'm a fan of both.
Oh, I love Cena a lot more after this show. I don't know what it is about him.
What was it? The wood chopping scene? Huh?
He's just like he has that like.
Well, we'll get to the wood chopping. I'm just curious with Fandango. Ladies, if you had a guy like Fandango come up to you and talk to you the way that Fandango was, how would you react?
I would be like, get some braces, boy.
Oh, hey!
Whoa!
I'd want a tango.
I'm just kidding. No, he's a handsome man.
Anne wants a tango with Fandango.
Look, he's not hiding anything. That's who he is. And
no.
That's how he is in reality. Great.
There you go.
You know what you're
that's
getting,
questions
right?
asked.
Not
Exactly.
tricky, whereas John Cena might be a little tricky, you know?
He's funny.
He's
pretty funny.
Yeah.
But he has like the sleeves to him where I'm like, oh man.
And he's so big.
Yeah.
I'd be scared of Cena on a plane with him if he was acting like that.
Wait, are we talking about Fandango or Cena?
Both. Well, no, Fandango. I would not go like in a room with him. I would know that. Oh, he's gonna take advantage of me. Like, and I would be like, no, wait,
what?
You know, but
this is the things he thinks about.
okay.
You got a different vibe from Fandango than the rest of us.
If you met this type of guy at a club, you're gonna go home with him knowing full well that you're gonna sleep with him.
I wouldn't go home with him personally.
If you were a lady, can you just step out?
Okay.
Step out.
Well, now that
we're
you're
on Divas, okay?
Now that you're being a little, now that you're being a little
I like how the guys are fighting over this.
I know.
That's true.
He has beautiful eyes.
Exactly. You don't want to start a relationship with Fandango. You don't want to tie him down as a boyfriend.
But you know
He's
what?
gonna hurt you.
But you know what you want to do, right? Is you want to go to iTunes.
Wow, segue.
And give us our 1-star rating and go ahead and drop some comments. Let us know what you think of Total Divas, the show. What do you think of us as commentators? Let us know how we can improve. And we will be happy to thank you for it. And also check out Serial Buddies. It's that Dexter meets Dumb and Dumber movie by Marie Menounos and Kevin Undergaro.
Christopher Lloyd in it too.
Back
and
to
Artie
the
Lang.
future.
1.21 gigawatts.
So go to iTunes and check those out, and also go to YouTube and comment as well.
Run forward, Marty!
Well, you guys, since we were talking about John Cena, I want to talk a little bit about his house because that is amazing. And basically, the Bellas go to visit both of their boyfriends' homes. So we get to check out first John Cena's, which is a palace, and then we check out Daniel Bryan's. But let's go to John Cena's first. What did you think of this house, this palace, and their lifestyle? Nikki and John's lifestyle.
He's living like he's the top guy in the WWE.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
that's right.
He's got this ginormous house that has a freaking elevator in it. His closet is bigger than my apartment. He has a giant indoor pool with like a cliff dive.
It's ridiculous.
And he's got like a giant garage with several cars. I mean, he's living. Actually, Bree said it best. She's like, I love being in this house because I feel like I'm in a rap video.
Crystal everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved his walk-in closet. My goodness, woman's dream.
And what about that slide? The slide
on the
oh my God.
What about Daniel Bryan's pinching his nose before he jumps in and doggy paddling? That was so cute. I was like, oh my God, that's Daniel Bryan.
I'm so glad that he does that. It was perfect.
Yeah. But it's interesting because John Cena and Nikki have a completely more lush lifestyle than her twin sister and her boyfriend. And, you know, whereas Daniel Bryan is from Washington, and he's not just from like a big city in Washington, he's from the sticks. Kind of like from where Josh is from. And Well,
Cena's from a small town as well. He's from West Newbury, Massachusetts. Now he's in that giant castle in Tampa.
Which is interesting because Bryan, I'm sure, has a lot of money too, and he still chooses to live in his childhood home. And he's kind of
He's being smarter with his money. And obviously, Cena's made more money than Daniel Bryan has, obviously.
For sure.
And obviously, I don't know Cena's bank account. I'm sure he's still got plenty saved up, locked away, but he's obviously been more extravagant with it, hence buying the Range Rover last week for Nikki.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, just, I'm going to buy you a $80,000 car.
I can't
Cheaper than
imagine having that money as a chump change.
And yeah, Daniel Bryan still uses his parents' furniture.
He doesn't have a TV.
He doesn't own a TV.
So cute.
It's cute.
This made me very nervous watching Daniel Bryan because, like, I see a lot of him and me. Like, we're from the same area, and he has like, I'm just sitting there going, you're on a private jet riding with this other dude who's dating your girlfriend's twin sister, and it's like, this is what this sister gets provided, and this is what I can provide the other sister. And it just made me so nervous because I'm just staring at Brie the whole time going, how are you enjoying this? You're obviously enjoying John Cena's house. Don't move in with Nikki and him. Like, just be okay with it. And, she said, like, oh, this is nice, but I don't know if I could take this all the time. But then she said the same thing about Aberdeen, Washington, too.
I think she's just like she's a city girl that can settle for less than what John Cena has to offer, obviously. But at the same time, she's conflicted because Daniel Bryan's place is almost of an extreme for her because there's no, like she says, no boutiques and anything. He's really from a place that she might not be able to be comfortable with because it's his family's place and she's scared she can't even redecorate it. It's down to that.
Yeah, don't touch. I would say the best thing is that they get a place in San Diego. Down here, they stay there predominantly the most of the time, and then have that place up there in Washington untouched for him, because you want to come home and he needs to feel the warmth and the memories. Did you see the photos on the wall?
Are you talking about yourself?
Yeah,
right
they
now?
had like photos from junior high on the wall.
Yeah.
Brian like sitting there. I'm like, this is
I
awesome.
love it.
This episode actually made me really like Brie, like a lot more.
Yes.
Like I'm naturally more attracted to her now from this personality.
Me
Just
too.
the fact that Nikki seems like. Here's the thing: if Brie was, obviously with Daniel Bryan, if they have that relationship in that house in Washington, she'll make compromise and make do. And the same thing if they were down in Tampa in the castle, she would make do. If Cena lived the way Daniel Bryan did, Nikki would not be dating him.
That's exactly what I
Yeah.
was thinking. That's exactly. You have to question her intentions of being with Cena.
Yes.
Does she love the lavish lifestyle, or really does she really like John Cena? And then does she like John Cena in reality, or does she like John Cena, the persona you see in the ring?
Because
what is she attracted to?
like we said last week, like Nikki and John have not been together for very long at this point.
Not as long as Daniel and
Yeah, well,
Brie,
and
yeah.
especially compared to those two.
Yeah.
But this is
It's been less than a year.
Two people in their 30s. My God, like he had his divorce in May of last year, 2012.
Yeah, somewhere spring or early summer of last
Still
year.
about a year.
And this episode last night took place right after WrestleMania. I'm guessing, right? Like the first episode was at WrestleMania, so that's April. Mm-hmm. So it's like he just got divorced,
And you have to
you're
think-
talking to this man about getting married,
Right? And if
Chill
this is the
out.
house he shared with his ex-wife, how awkward is it
Yeah.
that you're the new girlfriend coming into this home that his ex-wife used to live in? I'm sure there's still things that remind him of her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah,
It's really
very
weird.
good point.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
then you have Brie on the other hand, who's willing to like compromise. Obviously, there are some things that she wants to adjust, but she's just kind of trying to make up the courage or so, like really talk to Daniel about it. But the fact that he loves this and he's really happy about it, and I want to support him. And obviously, she's willing to work with him and willing to compromise and things that I'm like, that's the type of girl I want.
Yeah, no, she was being a really good girlfriend. She was trying to be accommodating and meet him halfway, make him happy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she wants to find a way to keep herself happy as well. Were you guys kind of interested to see how because you know how they had like a little powwow in the kitchen about, are you sure you're okay with this and all that stuff? Did you feel weird when John Cena was like, yeah, like, I mean, look at my place or whatever, like,
Yeah.
it was kind of...
I don't know. I mean, I don't find it weird like that. I kind of find it weird that Cena is. I mean, on one hand, you can say, well, he's trying to play compassionate, like cares about Brie as well. But on the other hand, it's like almost kind of gossipy.
Yeah, interesting.
So it's kind of like you can kind of take it both ways. But I just think I think in the end, he's just really wanted to make sure that Brie is happy.
Maybe.
And she is. I mean, if he wants to boast a little bit about his ginormous Colossus castle, then
Empty castle.
the empty castle, then
It's so
He can, because he has it.
There's something about John Cena on this show that makes me feel like he's not being serious. He's all messing around with them the whole entire time. When they were in his jet, he was talking about Eva Marie, like, oh yeah, the girl who wants to partner up with me. And then Nikki's like, what?
Oh, that's another thing, though. Nikki talking about how jealous you are, because Cena made a great point about Eva Marie on the plane.
Yes.
How about she's bold, she's going to go after her own thing, and in a business sense, he respects that. I can't stand Eva Marie, but in a year she'll probably be the Divas champion, because she's not going to get let go, because she's being so bold of all these things that they're going to end up respecting it and not letting her go.
And because of the reality TV contract.
And reality TV contract.
Yeah.
She'll get a spinoff that will be in the winter.
Yeah.
And what's the deal with the absence of like AJ and Caitlyn? I don't understand.
I guess
and Layla.
Well, I mean, there are several divas. I mean, I'm guessing maybe if they do a second season of it,
it'll be a different cast.
Then different cast. A couple newbies, and you throw your Layla, your Alicia Fox, your Caitlyn.
So then AJ and Caitlyn would be the ones who are headliner. They would take the Bella's place of being like the
maybe
the A block
I
of
think
it.
you can't really have like
you can't have them
divas.
all.
Yeah, and especially like you need ones that are kind of like a mid card level to get them boosted up in reality, like, because the ones that are really high are too busy, if that makes any sense.
And you already have two. I mean, based on 2 episodes, it's almost like you already have too many, because Natalya and JoJo, we've really seen next to nothing in these first 2 episodes.
Yes, and hopefully we're going to see much more of JoJo. I know we get a snippet of her singing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what did you guys think? Let's move on to the funk.
Oh wait.
Yes.
What about the lumberjack competition?
Oh my gosh! Thank you for reminding me, because that is a huge thing that we have to talk about. It's girls against
Daniel
boys.
Bryan was hilarious in this.
Yes, aka the Bellas versus Cena and Daniel Bryan on
Bryan Danielson, excuse me.
Bryan Danielson on the lumberjack. So, and the twins win because.
Well, they get a handicap of 3, so every one log they chop counts for 3. So Daniel Bryan and Cena have, I think it was, beat 24. And I guess Cena, in his turn alone, knocks out, they said 22.
Yeah. Yeah, Cena.
Which is just, and now you're going to the guy who does this as a hobby.
And
he doesn't get a single one.
No.
Isn't that so funny?
What is your problem, man? Like, you live out here. How come you can't cut this
Exactly.
Did you guys think that must be faked or something? Because he must be better than that.
He took his sweet time.
Well, what was the bet anyways? Wasn't it like he has to give them
some
intimate massages? Maybe he wanted that.
Well, they cut him off. He started to say that he was trying to purposely lose, but just by 1. He was really trying harder to only cut 1 piece off instead of splitting it into 2 and winning. So he wanted to just have them win by 1 to make it more theatrical. Because they cut him off right in the middle of him saying that. He's like, I was trying to cut just 1, so you... And they're like, yeah, whatever. But I want to ask you something, Christian. Did it bother you? I don't know what's wrong with me.
Don't you want to ask Ann and Kaori?
Well, because he's a man.
Okay.
And we're talking about men taking
breaking news.
Taking the shirts off.
I see. We're doing this boys against girls thing here as well. Okay.
We watch these 2.
Yes.
Every week.
Yes.
Wrestle around in their underwear. Not so much Cena, but we've seen Bryan. When they both took their shirts off to cut wood up, I was like, it felt weird to me. I'm like, I don't like this.
Are you getting weird feelings inside about that? What the hell is going on?
When Fandango's out there.
Okay.
I'm a little alarmed now.
I know.
No, I was just like...
This show's raising a lot of questions about Josh this week.
Oh my goodness.
You gonna put me on Divas? What do you think? No. What I'm saying is that when they took the shirts off, I was kind of like, ugh, gross. Like, I don't want to see this. But yet, I'm perfectly fine with them in combat in the middle of the ring wearing less. And I thought that was so weird when you know, and I felt weird for Daniel Bryan and John Cena. I don't really. I feel bad for the producer, was like, unless it was like a female producer, but like just saying like, hey, can you guys take your shirts off now to cut this wood? To give the girls a distraction.
But it starts with, hey girls, can you wear just like your bra to go outside?
I know.
Occupational hazard. These girls do that all the time, you know? They're divas.
Well, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Well, the guys have their shirts off all the time. The girls are in just like practically a bra bikini top all the time too. So it's just like, all right, let's bring this where wrestling fans the guys will enjoy seeing the Bellas on this show in this scantily clad outfit. Oh, and more girls tend to watch E than guys.
I
so
understand.
Cena, Daniel Bryan, take your shirts off.
Of course. However, if I put myself in their shoes, like let's say you took a girl up to the mountains with us two, and we're like, hey, it's time to chop wood, Christian. Here, take your shirt off while we do this. Like it would be
What is
felt weird,
happening?
right? And that felt weird for Cena and Bryan that I had to do that. That's all I'm saying.
Two things. One, who does lumberjacks up at the top of mountains? Two, I would get sunburnt very badly if I took my shirt off up there because I'm a lot closer to the sun. So this will never happen.
Okay,
Moving on.
I do have a question because me and him were debating about it. Cena makes a comment about already having wood. Did they pan? Did they
Yes, they
post
did.
that to him having wood?
No,
They did.
they just panned down to his jeans.
I thought it was wood. Anyway.
Yeah, she had me pause it, rewind it, and pause it on his package to see.
Yeah, I did a couple
And
times.
no, it was just the zipper. It was puffed out. That's all.
Did that make you feel uncomfortable?
Yes.
Anyway,
Can we move on?
so the
Enough
girls,
about Cena's package.
the girls do win, and we don't really know what the prize is.
Well, the
even though
massage
they
of some
say
kind
the
or whatever.
massage thing, which I like, by the way. Daniel Bryan's comment about, well, that's 4 things in a month.
He knows how many weeks are in a month.
He's very smart. Very smart he is. So let's talk about the Funkadactyls.
The what?
Funkadactyls.
There
The
it is.
Funkadactyls.
Yes. So
Funk is on
obviously,
a roll.
Ariane is a lot more.
Bossy?
She's more girly than I
Narcissistic?
ever thought she was. Yes, I actually kind of like her a lot less on this show.
I can't stand her.
Yeah, I loved her
Heel
as
turn.
Cameron,
Heel turn imminent. Let's go.
but she's like causing grief to her partner almost. Like she's sitting there unhappy with the seamstress, so she goes behind everyone's back and gets another one, and she goes to that costume shop that Ann and I went to.
Yeah.
when we went looking
Totally recognized the guy's
Oh, did
voice
you?
when they were on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, we've been there. He offered to make those same costumes for us,
Yeah,
and now the
he did.
Funkadactyls are wearing them.
Wait. What were you guys wearing those costumes for?
They were forming a tag team called the Amazians.
The Amazing.
The Asians.
That's exactly what it was. But
That's outstanding.
Oh gosh, I'm losing my train of thought now.
But yeah, so she goes behind the seamstress's back, and really behind Trinity's back.
yes, everyone's back.
Makes these outfits that fit her and are to her liking more. But Trinity had no say in it, and Trinity has her
a bit of
assets are a
badunk-a-dunk.
little larger than Ariana, and it does not fit her quite as well.
I think it's so funny, by the
From
way.
a PG standpoint.
When on speakerphone, she's talking to Ariana, and Ariana's explaining how it's going to be great and fantastic. And you've got Jimmy Uso or John on the couch being like, what? That's not going to happen. He starts making fun of Ariana and saying, man, with her little butt, if that's already shown, I can't imagine what your butt's going to look like in
My
that
cookies
thing.
are all coming out. My cookies.
With the little blurred part, too.
I was just going to get to that because you were talking about looking at Cena's pants. All of a sudden, we see Trinity trying on the bottoms of that, and they're blurring out a certain section.
Roast beef.
Where let's just say it would reveal a body part of an animal that's normally in Egypt.
What?
I got it.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
My hump. My hump.
But yeah, so that was so funny. And, you know, Trinity's like, I cannot wrestle like this. We are going to the seamstress. So they go to the seamstress, and Ariana has a fit because she doesn't want to apologize for what she did.
What
Stubbs.
is that about?
And it's to the point that because of that, the seamstress doesn't help them out. And they have to wear some old school bell bottoms outfit. And that explains why they look so funny that night. when we watched it.
And
a long time
Trinity
ago.
loved it. And Trinity thought, this is sexy. This
Yeah,
works
I can
for
move around.
I can move in it. This works for my assets or whatever. And Ariana's like, no, this is awful.
Doesn't show
I don't.
my
I don't.
boobs.
I can't show my breasts in it.
Yeah, she's
You're
such
in
a
a
girl.
TV PG show.
Yes. You got to be moving around.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I would thoroughly enjoy it, but I understand it's a TV PG show.
Yeah. I mean,
Not for long. I feel it.
You're feeling
I feel
it.
it's coming.
Transitioning.
Oh yeah.
Well, if Total
I think-
Divas can be TV 14, why can't Raw?
it is on late. And, you know, Fandango did do a lot of sleazy things. And Cena's getting there, so who knows what's going to become.
How about that? I'm surprised they're okay with like that even Cena's okay with like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start acting like this. I'm gonna grab her butt while we're laying in bed together. Like
And
This is the
Nikki's
Make-A-Wish
like,
Foundation
I'll be
guy.
back. Make sure your shirt's still off when I come back.
I know. He doesn't do much, but he does so much on the show, which is so funny. He just lays there and he's like the king of Nikki.
He's
Well, he's the
emperor.
king in his
He lives
castle.
in a
And he's
castle.
like, yeah, go fetch me some wine, and while you and
Come,
your sister.
witch, come.
I'm like the only one not buying that though. Like I feel like he's just acting for the camera.
Really?
I don't think it's real. I can't. Like the whole notebook moment that they had when they were fishing in the
yeah.
water.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, this is so cheesy. But all of the things that he's doing, I just still see a persona. I don't really see that that's really him.
But the sleazy stuff.
I don't know.
That's what I'm surprised about.
I'm seeing like if I met up with Cena in like a sports bar sometime, I'm like, that's exactly how he's going to act to me. Yeah. I don't know why. I just feel that for some reason.
So has anyone surprised you on the show, you guys? Has anyone surprised you?
Nikki, because I didn't expect her to be. I mean, well, obviously, I didn't really know her much until the show.
Really?
But she seems very materialistic.
She does.
And Eva Marie, obviously, nobody knew until the show because she hasn't really been on WWE. And she just seems like completely selfish and arrogant. And I'm upset at the fact that I think that's going to help her with her career in WWE.
She might be the one to take AJ down.
And see, Bree's the
Anyway,
most
it's not a plot.
surprising to me because like she's so down to earth, and that's the opposite of her Bella character.
She's the girlfriend of the hippie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You know, the farmer's market and stuff. Everyone thought the Bellas would be at a farmer's market, you know?
I
Living
actually
up there
like
in
them a lot
Washington.
more now, the Bellas. I didn't care for them much as wrestlers, and now...
And I think Trinity's awesome because Trinity just seems to be like the
Trinity's
most down to earth. Just hey, I'm trying to become a successful wrestler.
She's like beelining straight to the goal.
Yeah, I mean, like I want to have a successful career. I want to be remembered, and I want to do what it takes to get there. And I'm a hard worker, and I'm a nice person, and all that stuff. And oh, Natty's there.
Yes, Natty's
It's
there.
like, oh, we
And
see her for like a second. Hey, Natty.
I mean, in this episode, we don't see too much of her, unfortunately. We just see basically her talking about Fandango needing a partner in response to Eva Marie. And, you know, the big star of the show, which a lot of people are saying was Eva Marie because she was so controversial in this episode. And it's a huge no-no to do something like that. And I can't believe that they let her
it's
go
a
through.
reality show contract. If she didn't have that, she would have been fired on the
You know,
spot.
Stephanie McMahon was biting her tongue like, I really want to fire you, but okay, you're on the show. I can't, you know?
Maybe later.
You're providing too much gold for this TV show right now,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like, I hate you, but this is great TV.
Do you think that JoJo is getting frustrated with her roommate?
Yeah.
Well, she's lying. She's trying to manipulate her way to the top, and JoJo's just kind of hanging out, just like, all right, what do you want me to do next? You know, just like kind of hanging, like she's like your first day at a new school, just like super excited to be here. All right, what do you want me to do? What can I do for you? And then she sees Eva Marie getting these opportunities for her,
Making
them
these
by
opportunities.
defying what her superiors are telling her to do.
Yeah.
And then the sad thing is, like, JoJo's being the sweetest girl in the world, probably more talented than Eva, but she's hanging back, being polite, being sweet.
You think she's more talented than Eva? Like, that's your guess?
I saw her sing, and I
Okay,
haven't
sing.
seen Eva
Okay.
be able to do anything.
I thought you were talking about in the ring, but...
Yeah, even when Eva, like they did that segment a few weeks ago on Raw, like hyping the premiere, when Eva Marie had like slapped Jerry Lawler and said like one line, which was god awful. So it's just like, I mean, JoJo, we've seen her sing once. I mean, we really haven't seen much of JoJo at all yet, but that one time compared to this couple things we've seen with Eva Marie, I would pick JoJo over Eva as far as a talent for the WWE, because it's someone that is showing respect. But at the same time, Eva Marie, when it's those weird things where sometimes you defy respect and sometimes that ends up helping you.
Yeah, I know, and especially in this industry. My God, and in the wrestling industry, like that's this type of thing Vince McMahon loves. And granted, he won't even. He's so far up high, he's not even going to make a decision based on the divas from the show. But that is just—it's a shame because JoJo's probably more talented, but because Eva's acting like this and going out there and getting what she wants, making it happen, all woman. She'll probably be around, and JoJo might.
He can
kick
tell the
curb.
difference between man and woman, as you can tell on the show.
Yeah,
Cena as a man.
a lot of man, a lot of man. Saw during that wood chopping scene.
So, guys, let's move on to predictions.
Oh, okay.
Sound.
Predictions.
Even though, because we were kind of talking about sound.
Predictions of a reality show.
I know.
And now,
Well, you know, we predict that Eva Marie will not get fired and that Eva Marie will cause more trouble and that we will see more wrestlers.
Wow, that was a very
That was a safe.
That was a very difficult prediction.
over here, right?
Make a bold one, guys. Make a bold one here.
A bold-
Here's your chance.
a bold prediction.
Yes, we will mark this.
JTG will be on the show. No. Justin Gabriel, where was he at? I thought it was gonna be a JoJo episode.
We're waiting.
with Gabriel.
They're building up Justin Gabriel. We got to build up the main eventer. That is Justin
Do
Gabriel.
you think he will have his wings, his wing jacket?
I'll predict that there will be some type of scene where he's discussing the wing jacket with JoJo.
Or that JoJo's like, I have this jacket for you, and he wears it. It could be that.
Yeah. Hashtag bad jacket Justin.
And do you have any kind of predictions?
Natty will continue to get screwed over. She's the most talented person on this show.
Yep. Yes, she is.
And people like Eva Marie are going to continue to move on and get pop or whatever for having red hair. It just really annoys me that the talent is getting
being tall
pushed.
with long red hair.
What are your thoughts on Eva Marie?
I don't know. She's got to go, I think.
Okay.
I want her to go, but she won't.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, that about wraps us up. In the meantime, guys, real quick, where can we follow you?
Showtime Josh on Twitter. Do it.
You can follow me at CRosieVOC.
You can follow me at Campea.
And you can follow me at KAORIOUS on Kaori, and you can follow all of us at AfterBuzz TV, and we will catch you guys next week.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.